What's going on, fam? Back with another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a Bitcoin price chart update analysis. And just to give you a little recap from yesterday's video, we had a fake out rally to the upside, and we were expecting a macro trendline support, which was actually a third wave parabolic ascension on that parabola to actually hold. So as you can see, it held nicely, and we've had a strong bounce from there. But what we definitely would like to see is at least a retest of the 104k region, and then that will more than likely increase the chances and probabilities that Bitcoin will be in for a doubling from the macro lows. So of course, Bitcoin did make a new low of 75k a few months ago, and our thesis has always been it will most likely 2x from those lows, just because on the basis of this bull cycle, at least every time it's made a cycle low, it's actually doubled from those prices. But when it comes to that, I'm also doing an update for Ethereum and also showing you guys why I think Ethereum will actually be outperforming Bitcoin for the foreseeable future for this bull cycle. But yeah, so let's get right into it. So without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow those pages, like and retweet my X posts, and also like and subscribe to this video, ring the bell, and also comment any base native coins you guys would like me to cover. Because of course, I'm a base chain maxi as well as an Ethereum maxi, and I really think that base chain will be offering the most amount of multiples when it comes to this bull cycle. But yeah, so let's get right into it. So first of all, for liquidations, we had $218 million in liquidations and a slight reduction in 24-hour volume, which is something to note. For the liquidation heat map, we're actually seeing a lot of liquidations on both sides. So for the 24-hour, we actually have a lot of liquidations at the 104k region, which actually might increase the probabilities that, look, we actually might get that retest of that 104k region, because it's actually a nice retest area for that. So as you can see, 104.2k, I would not be surprised we actually see a retest later today for that. And yeah, so it's actually a decent amount of liquidations at nearly $100 million. If I change it to the 48 hour, we're actually seeing a lot of liquidations above us as well. So let's see where it goes. In an ideal world, I would definitely like this retest to happen and liquidate those late longers, and then make a parabolic move to the upside. For long short ratio, it's also pretty interesting to see that the short ratios are actually increasing like dramatically. And as you can see, it's pretty much the lowest we've actually been since making our leg up to the upside from the 99k region. So something to note, like the bears are actually piling in at these levels, which is pretty interesting, because it just shows to me like the majority are still once again offside. And if they're not offside, they're actually shorting the markets and really think that we're going to head down and make new major lows. But as long as this parabolic curve structure is intact, I really think that Bitcoin is on its way to 150k region, if not more. For total coin market cap, same thing. We had a really nice bounce off this macro trend line. And as long as this holds, I really do think that total coin market cap is in for a breakout. And as you can see here, it's looking like total coin market cap actually wants to squeeze the upside. And that will obviously be dependent on Bitcoin's performance. But as you guys can see here, like, look, when it comes to like deadlines, really, like, we pretty much have about 6 days to go for total coin market cap to make a decision, and the inflection point would be at the end of this week. So of course we could be grinding out for the remainder of this week and then have an explosive move to the upside or to the downside. Obviously my bias is to the upside, and if we look at like cycles and where we've been during this bull cycle, it's more than likely we are going to the upside. But of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion, and I'm only relaying what I see to the charts to you guys. For Ethereum to Bitcoin, same thing. We're still expecting, and our base case has been, it will grind to the upside, but right now it's in a consolidation period. Same with Ethereum. We noted to you guys, look, on the 4-hourly, there was a bearish divergence. So as you can see, higher highs on the price and lower highs on the RSI. So that bearish divergence has played out. And in my opinion, we're actually in for a breakout soon for Ethereum, because as you can see here, the 4-hourly has actually broken out, which suggests selling exhaustion is in play and buyers are about to step in. Ideally, I would like to see this 4-hour RSI retest, which it is right now, and we definitely would like to see a breakout to the upside from that. So with that happening, more than likely Ethereum will be breaking out of this like topping structure, and Ethereum will definitely start breaking out from there. So let's see where that goes. I will be relaying to you guys updates on Ethereum, because I really do think Ethereum at the very least is probably going to head up to the range highs, which is about the 4K region in the next few months or so, which will of course allow base chain assets to really pump, especially like coins like Toshi, Alien Base, etc. So when it comes to the latter part of the video, I'll be covering tweets. So first tweet by Income Sharks, just covering the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart ratio. And he's just saying, can we finally make this the bottom? First time super trend has turned bullish since 2024. And we've been even testing it as it confirms it's legit. So as you can see, we've been below this selling super trend for pretty much like 9 months now. And we've actually finally flipped above with a buy signal and actually retested it and actually moving our way up. So when it comes to super trends, it is a technical indicator that generally works a lot of the times. And really, as long as this Ethereum Bitcoin chart holds this super trend support, more than likely the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart will go to the upside. And if we go back to that chart here, I do think the next targets for Ethereum to Bitcoin will be around the 0.027 area, which is about what's the percentage? It's about a 15% gain from here. So I really do think after this consolidation period has been finished, we're more than likely going to have another consolidation period at this major trend line, and then an eventual explosive rally to the upside. Next tweet is by CW. So altcoin market cap is rising in a stepwise process. During a bull market, the rise will be larger and the corrections will be shorter. So as you can see here, the altcoin market cap is setting up to have a parabolic move in the next few months. And if it's to be the case, more than likely Bitcoin is on its way to 150k region. And this consolidation pattern would actually be absolutely massive for us to accumulate more tokens. But at the very least, you guys should already be invested in the top like base native tokens, because I really do think this leg up to the upside will have massive multiples, especially coins like Toshi, because Toshi is like one of the leading base native coins on base chain, and it's already starting to move. And I would not be surprised if the total coin market cap adds another $1 trillion to the total coin market cap. More than likely Toshi will probably do at least another 5x from here. So when it comes to that, it's looking quite good. And it's just something to note also, these consolidation periods are actually starting to shorten. Hence why I really think this move is going to be absolutely parabolic. And more than likely this gain will be the largest gain we've actually seen this bull cycle. And then the consolidation period after that will also be an even bigger gain in dollars. Not necessarily percentage, but in dollars, which is something to note. Our last tweet is by Income Sharks. So we haven't got to the point of the cycle where Ethereum pumps, because Bitcoin hasn't finished its run yet. It's been going up for 2 years. So this is a different parabolic trend line. So I don't like to do this parabolic trend line because it's harder to actually gauge when to sell. Obviously, with our trend line I've been telling you guys here, it's much easier to gauge where the top is, because all you guys really have to check is when Bitcoin actually breaks the 4th or 5th trend line. So the selling point would definitely be once Bitcoin closes below the line. Whereas for the parabolic trend line, we could actually top here, and then you won't actually know until Bitcoin is over for the cycle, until it actually breaks that parabolic trend line. So the line structure I've told you guys is a bit more accurate and allows you to sell closer to tops, and it's just something to note. But nonetheless, what Income Sharks is saying is, look, most likely Bitcoin is going to like have a massive parabolic run to about the 150k region, and more than likely once that is completed, Ethereum will have its turn to make a massive run to the upside, which will more than likely mean it's broken above its range high, retested it, and making its merry way to the 10k region or so. But yeah, so that's all to the video, guys. So if you guys like the video, like and subscribe, ring the bell, do all of that, and make sure to also comment down any tokens you guys want me to cover and do any technical analysis on. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.